Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Yurigan out at the Habitat Golf Course, Golf Brevard. We have officially finished our irrigation project. And what I mean by that is we started on January 16th and we finished all the pipe in the ground March 23rd, which was last Thursday. And it's hard for me to put into words. And I guess a big thank you goes to everybody, from the golfers to the staff and everybody that's been involved with the project. I want to thank the board for allowing us to go ahead and do the project. I want to thank the county, Frank Cabante, who is our county administrator, Mary Ellen Donner with the county, Steve, everybody on our board, just to get this project started, and obviously thanking everybody that's involved just to get us going in January, because we would have been on the schedule for potentially October, November of this year if we didn't get started. So with all the craziness that went on between the holes being closed or whatever, and how everybody was fantastic, I know it was difficult for some days. It was just kind of crazy out here, but overall I'd have to say it's hard to say it was a minimal disturbance, but I kind of, just from the staff and what they did and everybody, it was fantastic. So we've got to thank all of you 1,000 times over. And there's a couple other people I need to thank even more. On top of that is Jamie Baker, our head superintendent here at Habitat, and he goes over to Spessard and works with Dan. Dan's our superintendent over there. Jamie has been out between 4 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And I'd have to say, I know that because I was here with him quite a bit at that time. But our commitment to that was that we needed to get this done, because we were spending hours and hours, 20, 30 hours a week in labor just to fix the old system. I came in to water the driving range Sunday morning, and we had a little sprinkle come through that night early in the morning, and the pumps crashed. So I wasn't able to water the driving range tee Sunday morning. So with the new pump station coming in the middle of May, and having everything being inclusive, everything finished, all that good stuff, we will be able to, hopefully sleep at night and not worry about whether or not the pumps come on and when we get water on the golf course, because the greens are obviously extremely important that they get water almost every day. The irrigation company will be here for probably another week. I've tried to push some buttons and hold some hands and twist some arms about hopefully having everything done by this Friday. So we're putting our rods in the ground for our lightning in case something would happen, because it's all electric underground with the wires. That's how it communicates through the internet. Jamie can be in California and he can water the first tee box. It's that sophisticated, and we talked a little bit about it before. So again, thank you to everyone. I can't say that enough, and I hope you'll see a change obviously in the golf course and the turf quality even more than we had. It was fine before, but this is just going to take it to another level. And the other big thing that it just gives us time to do all the other things that we want to do relative to the golf course. Bunker reconstruction, some drainage issues. We've got some sump pumps on the golf course that aren't working quite well right now. And just that overall feel and ability for us to take the golf course to another level. And so with that said, I want to thank, obviously, when we look at the golf courses as a whole, between the two, they are, and we've talked about it, they're dramatically different. We have 120 some acres here that we maintain. We have 67 acres over at the beach. So it's a little different issues that we have. So Steve Proctor and I are going to do another podcast or a video here shortly, and we'll discuss some of the changes and things that we'd like to do to Spencer Holland. And I don't want to share that with you today because I'd like him to be here. So we'll probably do that tomorrow and get that information to you regarding Spencer Holland. And obviously, as we go and continue to upgrade, we're going to be painting the buildings at both golf courses we talked before. So just that, you'll see some areas that we've cleaned out, some of the pepper trees here. We're going to clean up the sea grapes over on number 3 and number 12 at Spessard. So just a lot of things going on, and we can't do it again without your support. So thanks again. So I thought I'd run right into a couple thoughts on your golf game. Hopefully it'll help a little bit. I just got my new Paradigm driver in, and I've got the one that's the Paradigm, and it's got the weight port in the back where I can move it to a draw or a fade biased. I've got a 9-degree shaft, or 9-degree head, and I've gone to a 65-gram stiff graphite Mitsubishi that I use now. I'm not able to swing it as fast as I used to for if you swing in X-Flex, but I've found with the new clubs that you'll see from all the manufacturers, and I'm on the Callaway staff, and the ball flights are starting to change a little bit. It used to be where they tried to get the ball to go very, very high, and now you'll see the ball flights with the newer clubs be a little bit lower, a little less spin. So when you're getting a chance, if you do get a chance to watch the Masters, we just watched the match play, which was pretty cool, where you're seeing Rory McIlroy and Cameron Young driving the ball 350 to 370 yards. Now, obviously the equipment has a lot to do with that, but they are talented, they have fast swing speeds, they practice, that's their job, that's their livelihood. So they're swinging extremely fast, but you notice they don't hit the fairway every time when they're swinging that fast. So for an example, with your new equipment, and when you do go out and you do go to the demo days, or you come out here and you try our demos that we have at both golf courses, try the different shafts, try the different heads. Callaway, I believe right now, is that they have 3 different Paradigm heads, so that you can get a little more draw biased, you can get a little lower ball flight, you can move the weights around a little bit. So it's really, really important, but after you get that dialed in, you've got to make sure that the shaft flex meets what your swing speed can do. A lot of you that might have a slower swing speed don't always need to have a softer shaft or a senior shaft or whatever you want to call it, or more flexible, because what that'll do is if you're hitting it and your swing isn't quite 100%, you might spin it too much and then it doesn't go as far. You're not getting that rollout effect. So really important that you work on that. And so give you a little tip on the driver. We talked about it I think last time about teeing the ball up. A lot of you tee the ball up very, very low. Some of you teed up real high. We talked about getting just above the half of the ball above the top of the club. And so I want to give you a drill today that you can do that'll help you figure out some of your distances and from the ball and how your posture and everything should be. So over my lifetime of playing golf, my back has gotten a little sore, and I'm trying to find out a way to be able to stand up to the ball a little bit better. And obviously having a little bit more wider arc allows your swing, you're going to hit the ball a little, obviously you're going to hit farther. So what I try to do, and we talked about it before I think briefly, set the club behind the ball with your feet together, really feel like that you're almost standing straight up, and then just get a soft knee flex and then a little bit of bend from the waist, and then put your feet apart. And then as you do that, Jack Nicklaus would always say he tried to get his left shoulder right in line with the golf ball. I'm going to do it from this angle too. Do it this way. Posture up, get comfortable, feet apart, and you can see that my left shoulder and now my head is behind the ball. And I have a video of Jordan Spieth at Bay Hill on the Pro-Am where you can see the dramatic change in his iron play to where he plays the driver. And when I say dramatic, it could be 2 or 3 inches that he's moving his head and his chest behind the golf ball. When you see the golfers spend time looking at the club face and their grip and everything, they're trying to find the right place to play golf from. And you need to do the same thing, because your optic nerve, your eyes are telling you, and when you get into poor habits or poor posture, what happens is that now you're changing the rotation of your body, you're vertical, you might be too around. As you continue to work on this, and not all of us have the beautiful golf swings that you see the professional players and the women have, that you saw the ladies hopefully on TV yesterday, they have beautiful golf swings. And they spend most of their time trying to get set up and get comfortable over the ball. And my son was in town last weekend, and Ben's 6'4", swings 122 miles an hour. He hit a driver 6-iron on the first hole. Now, we played it again. He had a 4-iron in. He hit it to the right of the green. Thought he had no chance to make birdie. He hits this fantastic shot up over the bunker, and he makes birdie. And it doesn't matter where you make birdie from or make par from. You can't give up on the hole just because you feel like, well, you know, I'm out of the hole. I can't, you know, you can't do that in match play. You saw it yesterday in the match play. One player might be in the bunker, and the next one hits it out. 3 putts, you lose the hole. So what I try to communicate with my son Ben and with all of my students and everyone that comes and talks to me about golf is that just keep getting through the same routine, getting comfortable with your setup, and then as you get comfortable, a great drill to do with your driver, nice posture, relaxed. Just make some half swing drills with your driver so that you can get the togetherness of your arms and your body working together. Now, I mean, the ball only went about 100 plus yards, but there be some times where I would like to trade for that and not worry about having the ball being in the water out of bounds. So I'll do it again. Reference point the club face, good grip, feet together, club behind the ball, take my stance. I waggle a little bit just to get comfortable, and then I'm going to do my half swing drill again. Now I hit that a little better. The ball went almost 150 yards with a half swing. So as you get more comfortable with your swing, and the more comfortable you get with the right shaft, the right combination, come out to the demo day. We've got Callaway days coming up. We'll have some wedge clinics. Driver, putter, and wedge are the 3 most important clubs in your bag. That's where you're going to hit them. You're going to hit them the most around the greens. So just kind of mess around with that stuff. And come see us, Gary, Jeff, myself. We're here always to help. Anything we can do for your equipment. And again, on top of everything we've talked about today, thank you to each and every one of you for your support. And again, we'll see you soon on the golf course. Thank you.